the most talked about peptide stack since ever, the most widely known, used, tested amongst everybody out there. I know we don't have the human studies, but we do have the human studies if we're looking at real world experience. You guys know me by now. You know that I will call out nonsense, things that are blown out of proportion. I'm going to tell you straight up, this stack, it lives up to the hype. It absolutely does. The problem is, like anything else, when something's great or does something extremely well, it's like people start telling tall tales about them, and then it becomes this big marketing fest and everybody parroting information, and misinformation gets out there. People will start to tell you that it'll bring people back from the dead at this point. I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, things do get crazy when something does amazing things. And I want to go through and explain exactly what the stack is, why it's even called the Wolverine stack, and if it may be something you might want to look at. So Wolverine, if you're not familiar, and I'm sure most of you are if you watch Marvel Comics, Wolverine is the character that's able to regenerate. So anytime he gets shot, beaten, stabbed, he just heals. So, I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but these are probably falling under the category of miracle drugs in a sense because of their ability to enhance healing and recovery. And they work quite well. There are years and years and years of people reporting this. I've seen it. I've used them. I've coached it. Now, the studies are limited. They're going to be more on the rat study side of things, but there are years and years and years and years of proven benefit. Now, the argument when it comes to studies is the years that we need to see about potential side effects, long and short term. Well, we have enough now to see short-term types of side effects and or lack thereof. And there are a few concerns there, but for the most part, it's proven to be quite safe and effective to use both of these. But that's something I'm going to leave towards a different type of discussion altogether. I'm just going to break this stack down right now and give you an explanation of what it is, how it works, and what to expect from it. It's one of, if not the most talked about peptide combos. Now we've evolved to the glow and the clo stack, but these are the two backbones, the originators of that said stack. So the goal here is very simple: help your body heal faster. People originally used it for sports injuries, post-surgery recovery, but now more people are asking whether that they could help with chronic pain, the kind that sticks around for months and years. And so I'm going to get into all of this and see where we're going. As I mentioned, people use this combo in the hopes that it's going to speed up recovery. I'm talking about muscle tears, tendon injuries, sprains, surgeries, but some doctors are looking at it now as to whether or not it's going to help with long-lasting pain, chronic conditions, bad knees, joints, inflammatory conditions. Now, BPC-157 stands for Body Protection Compound 157. It's just a small protein. It's made in a lab, but it's actually based on a natural protein that's found in your stomach. Once again, we're going to look at animal studies, but it's shown to help tendons and ligaments heal faster. It's showing to grow new blood vessels in hurt areas, calm down inflammation, and protect the stomach lining. Unfortunately, the study aspect shows everything on rats and mice for the most part. But like I said, I have years and years of seeing this and seeing the real true effects that people have had. And you can look all over online to see the reports. Doctors, now practitioners that run clinics, they use them, they prescribe them. I don't know about how legal or illegal. That's a different conversation as well. Point being, these have been used for so many years now. Now, what is TB-500? TB-500 is a lab-made version of part of a natural protein that's called thymosin beta-4. Now, what it does is it helps your body repair damaged tissue. Once again, animal research that's shown to help healing cells actually move to injured areas faster. So that's supporting new blood vessel growth and reducing scar tissue. Here's one of the differences. TB-500 is shown to work throughout your whole body, not just one spot. So some research out there also suggests that it might help protect nerves, which could matter for certain types of chronic pain. So with BPC-157, we're looking at enhancing tendon and ligament healing, stimulating angiogenesis, like I said, new blood vessel growth, modulating nitric oxide levels, improved joint mobility, and accelerated tissue regeneration. TB-500, that's going to accelerate muscle repair, promote cell migration, reduce scarring, enhance your overall recovery rate, and reduce inflammation. We run them together for very specific reasons. BPC generally works more at a local level, right where the injury is. TB is moving throughout your entire body. So people that use this, rightfully so, believe that using them together covers far more ground than either one of them alone. Now let's talk about surgery recovery. So the most common theme that I've seen on why people use these is for recovery from surgery. They want to bounce back faster, and rightfully so. Now, animal studies again, but a lot of human, we'll call it research that I've seen. BPC has helped repair tendons, get them stronger, and TB-500 has then reduced the scar tissue because that can limit your movement after an operation. People that have rotator cuffs, ACL reconstructions, joint replacements, obviously those are long-term injuries. So people are certainly intrigued by the chance to rapidly recover. Not everybody heals the same. Some injuries are worse than others, but I've seen it all. And I have witnessed it. I've talked to plenty of people that have implemented these on their patients. Now, let's talk about chronic pain, because this is a little bit different. Chronic pain is not the same as sharp pain you feel right after an injury. Chronic pain lingers for months, sometimes years, and that's generally because of ongoing inflammation, nerve changes, tissues that never actually heal. Millions of people deal with it. Anybody that's trained a lot, we have those kind of problems, whether really, really minor or actually quite massive. And then they just compound. We run on them, we lift on them, we push them, and they just get worse and worse and worse. We take things to mask them. We get cortisone shots. We never actually heal. Now, research is still pretty early on this, but there's some small human studies out there that are showing that BPC-157 might actually help with certain chronic conditions. Let's talk about a few. Chronic knee pain was one of the ones that I found. There was one small study out there. It was like 15, 16 patients with ongoing knee pain that got BPC-157 injections right near their knee joint. And they did a 6-month and a 12-month checkup. I believe it was 14 out of 16 or 14 out of 15. So that's roughly, 85, 90% said that their pain was much, much better. Now, look, the study was small, no comparison group, but the fact remained that the relief lasted many, many, many months ongoing. This is not masking of the wound or anything like that. We're talking about real healing, and that's what I care about. Bladder pain, surprisingly, was another one that I was able to uncover. This was in 2024. It was actually quite recent. 12 women with bladder pain, they had already tried FDA-approved drugs. Did not work. Shock. You know what I'm saying. After one BPC-157 injection into the bladder, 10 of the 12 said their symptoms went away completely. The other 2 said about 85% improved, no side effects, and some patients felt better within 2 weeks. I am definitely opposed to opioids, painkillers, anything that blocks pain and doesn't actually heal them. BPC and TB-500 are a totally different approach, and this is one of the reasons why I love them so much. These are actually healing people. They're not just band-aiding a wound. So we're trying to repair damaged tissue. We're trying to fix inflammation. These are the things that cause the pain in the first place. So if this holds up in bigger studies, man, this could be a game changer, a real life-changing moment that we could be on the brink of. What I'd like to do now is just take a quick look at the dosing protocols. These are pretty general across the board. There's always people that are an exception to the rule, but pretty much these are pretty standard dosing. General profiles of both of these that are well tolerated. I have rarely seen any sort of side effects whatsoever. Sometimes, depending on if you have a bad product, bad injection, not being sanitary, you might see some injection site reactions, some pain, some redness. And with BPC-157, I have read a few reports of mild GI discomfort, very, very rare. And, I have read a few of lightheadedness and flushing with TB-500, but I kind of relate that more so to people that probably just have a fear of needles that get that way because it's very, very rarely reported. So with TB-500, that's generally just 2 to 5 milligrams per week, and that is split into 2 injections. With BPC-157, it's 250 to 500 micrograms per day, or with oral capsules, it's twice daily dosage. Now, then that poses the question, what if you're buying a blend? I'm not the biggest fan of a blend. I never have been in anything. When I discussed a lot of things on anabolic steroids, I was never a fan of blends. I'm not a big fan of blends on peptides either. I think that it's always better to just take them one by one. If you have a blend, it would depend on the number and ratio of what's in there for any sort of real recommendation on that. I kind of like to leave that alone because it's not something I generally recommend. I believe that you should just take them one at a time. There's very few human studies, so when we're looking at safety, that it's something that you just tread lightly. I always tell people, don't try to go overdoing things. A little bit goes a long way. Less is more. So more things that I've seen are what-if questions. For instance, one of the what-if questions, peptides that help cells grow and build new blood vessels. In theory, these could feed hidden cancers. That hasn't been shown or with anybody using these, but it's also potential. And if you have a history of cancer, autoimmune disease, pregnant, or breastfeeding, I would probably stay away from them, just precautionary. But these are kind of more what if questions. I don't see really any sort of other side effects. There's just, like I said, site reactions that people, could have with anything. So just be aware and never try to do too much. Okay. As you can see, synergistically, these are amazing to work together. You're trying to speed up healing from injuries. You're trying to speed up surgery healing, chronic pain, joints, inflammatory conditions. I am a big, huge advocate of both of these. I love KPV. You've watched my videos, you know KPV is my number one end-all be-all. So when you talk about the stacking and we get into that close stack, which I'm going to discuss later, that's BPC-157, TB-500, KPV, and GHKCU copper peptide. That is, to me, the ultimate stack for healing and multitudes of other benefits in there that we'll get into at a later time. We're just talking about these two. If you want to keep it very small and you just want to run two and not go too far, then these two are just phenomenal. I want to tell you one more quick difference between these and opioids. Opioids just block pain signals. That's it. So just keep that in mind. BPC-157 and TB-500 aim to repair damaged tissue and reduce inflammation at the source. A lot different than blocking a signal. You can't take opioids forever, and they're only going to block signals. And then what happens? You're actually working on an injury and making it worse because you don't feel the pain, kind of like with a cortisone shot. I did that a few times myself, and I've always advised other people to not do it. And then I went ahead and did it and just made my injury worse and didn't take my own advice. So just be wise and look for real healing. Opioids too, they can obviously cause addiction. They can cause a lot of people to suffer in multitudes of ways. Oh, and lastly, when it comes to running these cycles, I generally go around 8 weeks on a BPC TB-500 cycle. I've gone up to 12, but I always am a fan of rest, taking time away from compounds, not overdoing it, letting your body get a chance then to just kind of go back to homeostasis and not have too many things going on at once. So remember, less is more. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't go crazy. Don't go overdoing it. Use these things with respect and caution. And that goes for anything that you do. So I hope that everybody finds this helpful, enlightening, and also you know me. I keep it as real as you can. And this one certainly gets an A+ grade from me. So that being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli, signing off.